Son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches. Taking pictures with the crowd, and I'm out.
What up? What up? What up? Hold on a minute. Let's get this right. What's good? What's good? What's good? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to the good people. Happy Thursday. I hope all is well. To the passive buyers, to my poets, my writers, my content creators. Much love to each and every single one of you. I hope all is well. It's Friday right around the corner. I'm going to be dropping officially on social media, Instagram, Facebook, my first skit. If you haven't checked it out yet, I got a new YouTube channel that I just got up. We're making moves. Excited for it. Shout out to Anna for helping me put this together. I got some more surprises on the way with that. It's not your typical skit. It's not comedy. It ain't got a shit to do with romance and all that. We taking a different turn with this one. So I'm looking forward to how this plays out. You see the title? Yeah. I was confused too. I really didn't know what the hell this was about at first. I seen it once or twice. I kind of just scrolled by because I just thought it was just a bunch of people just gossiping and bitching and complaining about their everyday life like we typically do on social media. And then I actually decided that I was going to listen a little more. What are you talking about? Catching print. What the hell is that? How is that a trend? Because we make so much shit popular for no reason. And then I started seeing more and more of these clips floating around. And the more I'm listening to them, I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know what this is about. Gotcha. Yeah, I found a way to get back at men for objectifying you. I guess that's what this is about. So now you can pretty much look at the dude's body type and you can look at his print, his pants print, and y'all got like this weird ass system. I guess it's like how a guy would rate a woman on looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You got like this ABCD thing with that shit. It's kind of funny and sad at the same time. I got a clip right here, man. It's like 8 minutes. I'm gonna use this to break down this entire situation, from how women have turned this into a whole game to how men have forever done the same thing, and now the tables are turning. And I guess there are people who feel as if we are just gonna lose our shit and be completely insecure over you judging me or this person or the next person because they don't have a well endowment. So I'm gonna be pausing in between this video just to kind of give some pushback on some of the things that she says out of her mouth. Let me know in the comments section if you agree or disagree with anything that you hear at this juncture or at any point.
Men's response to catching print is the reason why men don't think that they're ugly. It's the reason why men don't think that they're fat. It's the reason why men don't think that they're unattractive or undesirable in a physical manner. Men have never had to be put in a position where their looks had to be heavily accounted for.
I see we starting off early. I had to pause it right then and there. Ma'am, I don't know if you're trying to say that there's a level of performance burden present here that is heavier on your side than it is on men's side. I don't know if that's what you're arguing at this particular piece. We're not going to do that. You know why? You know why the burden of attraction doesn't necessarily fall on men? Because y'all don't really care about that. You want finances. You want height. The superficial things that you seek within your partner can pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? It can shadow his appearance. Like if he's short and he's a millionaire, you wouldn't give a shit. You won't even be attracted to him. But the fact that he has provision, that eliminates the other part. So him looking good is a plus, but he doesn't the man does not necessarily have to look a certain type of way for you. As long as this nigga can buy you whatever the hell you want and do for you what you need, you good. I'm just saying, nobody is gonna hire or fire the man because he's ugly. Like if he's homeless and he stink or something like that, you might have an issue. But nobody is judging men based off of their appearance. Let's continue. We still got a lot to go.
Women have been groomed and conditioned since the beginning of the time to have to override how a man looks for her survival, in order for her to have a child, in order for her to have partnership.
Lie number 2. I wish I would just be honest. This shit is survival of the fittest. And as much as we talk about stop being superficial and really get to know a person based on their heart and what's on the inside, their intellect, their spiritual journey. Do they know God? Do they have other integral factors that can cultivate a healthy lifestyle? Instead of really targeting those areas, we don't. And that's very abundant. Everything is about what you can get out of a person and how much you can get out of them for how long. It's like I'm not even 20 seconds into the video, bro, and I done already had to stop it twice. Because I already know how this is going. And that's why I said I'm going to take my time with this. I'm glad I found this one right here in specific because she speaks for a lot of women, a lot of them. I can understand her side and I can understand other perspectives for different reasons. Let me continue on with this though.
Women continuously have to always be told, oh, well, sometimes the man that you're looking for isn't always in the package that you want him to be. And so no matter what package this man is in, you're just supposed to make it work. You're supposed to just make a fucking A feel like a D in fake orgasms for over a decade and just fake it in the bedroom and just try to make it seem as if you're feeling something. And the standard that men do get is a fucking dad bod. The most easiest obtainable physique that any man could get.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Damn, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of pause. I can tell. Ma'am, do you know the level of discipline that is required to sculpt your body? The physical condition you have to be in? You know how important your diet has to be in order to maintain that metabolism? Is it unattainable? No. Unless you have a serious health condition that prevents you from getting cut, you're the only one to stand in your own way. All right. But let's be perfectly clear here. Men settle far more for obese women and women who do not keep up with their appearance way more than women do men. Interesting enough, you didn't pull up no statistics. If I was to pull up statistics, and I'm gonna give an estimate because I remember a few people saying this. At least 80% of Black women alone are overweight. 80%, 60 to 80%. So, what are you talking about? You said we've been told. I got to address this before I forget. You said that society told you that you have to settle for the guy who doesn't have the physique, the face, the bone structure, settle for the $30,000 a year guy. The no, no, no. We're not about to sit up here and do that shit. Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. Do I need to continue on with all the fucking fairy tales? Every single Disney cartoon, every shit, damn near every TV program, every R&B singer from the 90s. Do I have to go down the long list of propaganda that said that the man has to whine and cry and bitch and be on his knees and he has to be Stefan Urkel? He has to be Casey and JoJo. Do we really need to do that? You sitting up here trying to tell me that you've been told all of your life that nerds were the ones that were going to protect you, that folks that were out of shape were the ones that were going to love you harder, protect you harder. No, no. That's a lie. Y'all have always been coddled and told that everything should be handed to you. Nothing is off balance. You ask for it, we give it to you. That's why you're spoiled. That's why you're so obsessed with men that's over 6 foot tall. That's why you're obsessed with this fantasy that you can get a guy who has a reprogrammable personality. Like you can pick and choose when this dude can be this way and be that way, this day on that day, on your cycle, on your birthday, during Halloween, trick or treat, April Fools. You can push a button and this nigga can be whatever the hell you want him to be when you need him to be it at that particular time. What are you talking about? Men have to be a million things just to keep you occupied. Just for even you don't even be with the people for very long at that. Men got to go through a million things just to get your attention. Be rich, be in shape, have your hairline, have great conversation, be able to sway them, lie to them while also convincing them that you're telling the truth, be romantic, be eccentric, be dynamic, be Columbo, be Maury Povich, all types of shit. He got to do all that. And on top of that, still maintain a body. You really think that shit is easy? Meanwhile, 60 to 80% of y'all are out of shape. You don't like the gym. I digress. Let's continue with the video.
Like it's not like they have like this constant standard in their face of like something that they have to achieve to have. Catching Print puts men in a position of objectification based off of things that they cannot change or things that they cannot control.
Whoever watches this back, I apologize. Because I'm trying not to stop a lot, but she just keep on saying shit. Like, why? Why would you even open your mouth up to? Men have been objectified. The difference between men being objectified and you being objectified is we get disqualified for way more way more. Why is it that there's 80% of men right now lonely? Why is there a male loneliness epidemic? This shit ain't got nothing. This ain't just about sex. Oh, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. They definitely eat like shit. Definitely. Like, what are you talking about, man? Men die, go to war, go to jail, get buried. For what? For popularity? So that other men can validate their existence? So that you can think that he's a viable candidate because somebody else thought he was? So they gotta fix their teeth, they gotta get hair implants, they gotta take their bones apart and restructure them to be 2-3 inches taller. All right, man.
Because imagine if women were here like, your pants were too tight. That's the reason why I could catch print. That's the reason why I could see how little your dick was, because those pants were too tight. But then if they wear sweatpants, anyone could tell, because in the big old baggy ass pants that you were everyone could tell that you had a little dick because of them gray big ass sweatpants. Men for too long have gotten away with the fact that they do not have ambiguous anatomy, or that they do have ambiguous anatomy. Women have unambiguous anatomy. If a woman has a big fucking chest, it doesn't matter if she's wearing a tall tee. She cannot hide her big chest. If a woman has a big ass, she could be wearing a potato sack. Unambiguously, it's going to be known that she has a big ass. No matter how tight her clothes are, no matter how big her clothes are, no matter how baggy her clothes are, women have anatomy that is unambiguous. It cannot be hidden. It cannot be covered up. And this whole quote unquote leave something to the imagination. You know when a woman has big titties. You know when a woman has a big ass. It doesn't matter, because the woman's silhouette is going to push up against those part of the clothes.
You know what we talking about when we say leave something to their imaginations. Just stop it. Stop it. I see what you're trying to do here. You're not gonna justify going out showing half your ass and your titties is damn near all the way out your shirt, so that it's okay. Like, no, you're not going to do that. You know when you're wearing too much or wearing too less. You know when you put on certain things, what's going to compliment you or put you in a negative spotlight where it's going to have you looking crazy as fuck. Yes, we can see it. You got a big bottom. Yeah, you got a big chest, but you're respectable about it. You know how to protect your image, your brand. You ain't just representing you representing your family, your last name, your business. You ain't just going out here just to be no. So for you to even try to say, well, shit, y'all can hide this and y'all can hide that. So it's no. No, we're not about to do that. Because before y'all even look at the man's print and whatever you want to call it, you want to see if the nigga is too pretty for you. You want to know if you're going to have competition on your ass. You want to know if this nigga is, let's put it all out there. You want to know if he's the type of attractive that you're going to have to compete to keep, or the type of attractive that you can control and maintain, or he's the type of attractive that turns you off so you friends on him, or he's just flat out ugly. Anybody who look a certain type of way in your eyes and they appease to your retinas, all bets are off. You don't give a fuck about his career path. You don't care about his history. You don't care if he a good guy or a bad guy. If that nigga look good to you, you don't have no disqualifiers. You have no red flags for him. You only have red flags for folks that you think have imperfections and they just don't surpass your checklist. Right. Okay.
So therefore, gay men are applying that very same knowledge to how clothes fit on women. You know that a woman has a big chest based off of how much space is in between her chest and her stomach. If her chest goes out further than her stomach and there's like an L in between the bottom of her breast and her stomach, you know she has a large chest. You know that the comparison between her booty and between her lower leg, if there's a 90-degree angle, or as close as you can get to a 90-degree angle between the bottom of her ass and the top of her lower leg, you know that she has a big ass, and that's not even going to be dependent on the type of clothes that she's wearing. You already know if she's wearing baggy clothes and she has a big ass, the further away the shirt is from her leg, it's pushing the shirt out. So therefore her ass is big. And no matter what it is that you wear, it's unambiguous. Men are able to just clock that shit immediately. But as soon as women apply the same exact logic to men want to get upset.
Who's getting upset? Who's really upset with this? First of all the shit is childish. And I'm going to tell you right now, 20, 30 years ago, you could make an argument and say we were judging you by your body. We grown. I'm not staring at you trying to determine if you are this, that, and the third. How you present yourself is going to tell on you. Period. How you dress, how you talk, how you walk. Do you come outside with a hair bonnet? We are not looking at your fucking pussy print when we out in public, staring at your ass and trying to decipher whether or not you are a wife or not. The second any of us leave out of this house, apartment, wherever we coming from, depending on how we dress and feel about ourselves, is going to dictate our day. So if you want to come outside and have a hearty mouth, you want to be loud, aggressive, egregious, you don't want no type of accountability on your behalf. If you want to move reckless like that, you can do it. Do your thing. Men don't walk around with their dick in their hand, just getting horny at the sight of every single female they look at. There's perverts out here. Yeah, we know it. But come on, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I'm really I'm really ashamed at the comment section because a lot of women, they like that. I could understand if this was on some let's be objective type of a thing and she's being unbiased. This is for her payback. Oh, this is my chance to get revenge on you bitter, you spiteful. This is that Me Too sister moment bullshit. I think all of it is dumb. Man, I don't know about anybody else. I'm not judging you off of your body. Just because you got a nice body don't mean nothing. But to be fair, a lot of men do judge you off of your body type. Not all, but a lot of them do it. But nobody's just staring at you. Not no normal person.
Because men have gotten to go by their whole entire life with being so unattractive and being so ugly and them not having multiple things that are desirable to women. It's not ever cared about. And now finally women are like, you want to know what? If I'm going to go out here and make sure that I'm having these experiences with men, I want to make sure that things look a certain way.
Oh, so hold up. Wait a minute. Help me out if I'm missing something. So before you accumulate your body count, any more than you already have, because let's face it, if you're telling me this trend is just now happening, where was this logic 20, 30, 40 years ago? You telling me now you want to apply this stupid ass logic? If this is your logic and this is the way that you are supposed to compute whether or not a person can give you an orgasm based on their size by looking at their package pre-unwrapping, if that's what you're going off of, yeah, we are definitely cooked. Cause you, for the last 4 minutes, you ain't saying nothing but a bunch of bull. Let's, cause the niggas that you say is ugly, you not fucking anyway, right? Most of y'all are sleeping with the same men. You have slept with someone's man. It's only until after you've grown out of being a hoe that you decide that you want to be mature. And then with your disrespectful ass logic, now you want to spot with people that you thought were beneath you. Like this shit is bullshit. You tell so now, like Slim, I'm looking at you, I'm listening to you talk. I don't know her personally, bro. But if I was gonna guess her body count, my nigga, she definitely done slept with at least 40, 50 people. Probably more than that. So y'all done been out here in the street all through Uncle Luke. You've been out here doing Adina Howard. You've been out here doing Sexy Red, Cardi B era. Y'all niggas been out here at the Houston fucking spring break joint. These niggas was out there having all types of orgies and everything out there. Now you telling me after you done caught all of these diseases, had all these kids, all these different dudes by the same dude, you talking about now the best way for you to determine if the guy is a husband or he's someone of value, you're gonna have to see if this nigga's dick print is efficient enough for you. I'm just going off of what she's saying, which also confirms to me what I already knew. Y'all nasty as shit. Y'all motherfuckers is just as nasty as the rest of them.
Stop it. Get some help.
You don't have a body count of 100, 200, 60, 50, 40, 25, 35, 45. So you don't have that high of a fucking number if you ain't a horny sex demon. If you ain't out here experimenting. You know why she said the shit about the ugly dude? Because she slept with the ugly dude before. She probably slept with the ugly dude before because she was bored. She probably slept with the ugly dude because he knew how to make her laugh. She probably slept with the ugly dude because he had a nice car. There's a number of reasons why women sleep with men. So it's not far fetched, fellas. If you ain't her type specifically because of whatever reason, that don't mean shit. They operate off of feelings and off of emotions. They basically can be bought, most of them. Not all of them. The damaged ones, they can be bought. I'm not just talking about money, but damaged women can be bought. In 2026, ladies, what we're gonna do is before we even decide to have sex with any of these men, we're gonna have to look at their trousers and look at their sweatpants and see if they bulging down there before we even give them an opportunity. Because that's the barometer to determine. It's all right. It's like you're basically telling me shit. If I'm gonna tolerate you, I gotta get my nut off. I gotta get an orgasm. If I can't get an orgasm, your money don't matter, your car don't matter, who you know don't matter. None of that shit matter. I'll spend it. I'll entertain you. I'll go out with you. I'll get dolled up. I'll be your trophy girlfriend. I'll be this, that, but I won't be in a real serious relationship with you because what I really, really, really need is my back broken. That's what I really need.
I want to make sure I know whatever it is that I'm getting, and I'm going to scan and pay attention and see what the fuck it is that I'm getting, because you're not going to surprise me. You want to know how many women we've lost to having undesirable and unpleasurable sexual experiences because they got print fish, and they're over here like, damn, I liked you, but that's what you have down there. Like, this is all that I have to work with. This is all that I'm going to be getting.
You know what's funny about that shit? It was a clip I was watching not too long ago. I think I did a reaction to that shit too. And the bra said, man, she got bored in the relationship because she got tired of the same dick. Yeah. She got tired of the same penis. You can never, ever please somebody who is worldly. Impossible. Impossible. She said, man, I loved him. He was a good dude. All that, but I just got tired. I need variety. And that's what I'm thinking, like, that's how they get them body counts, bro. They just like dudes. You know how we be trying to pretend like they dainty, and but look at the porn industry. Look at what, if you really look at the evidence, they just as nasty, if not worse, than dudes. Y'all be swearing up and down dudes are the freakiest, most erratic thinking people on the planet. Y'all out here having sex with animals, kids, toes, Coca-Cola bottles, and all type of shit. But you got the nerve to be trying to act like y'all don't really be moving like that. Y'all want sex just like the rest of us. That's why you have so many people in your pocket. Why do you need to have all these dudes on your line? I won't tell. I won't tell. You know what's up. You you will sleep with the ugly dude if it's a rainy day and you can't get in touch with this nigga from over here across the town, but this dude is available, you'll settle. Otherwise, you won't entertain them. That's how I be. Y'all just like dudes, but you be trying to act like y'all don't. But whatever. Let me finish getting through this, man, because she's insufferable. She's hella insufferable.
And as a woman, you have to sit here and be like, I gotta take one for the team. I like this guy. I really like this guy, but then if I don't sleep with him because he's an A, then I'm gonna be the bad guy because he doesn't have any control over this. Women that have big titties naturally, they don't have any control over their titties getting big. There are women on here talking about how they got a breast reduction and their breasts grew back. You got women over here that are losing weight and they're losing weight in every single place except their fucking ass. Women don't have control over this. So men will sit here and be like, oh, I'm a grower. That's not fair. I don't have any control over how big or how little my dick is. And that's not fair. And you shouldn't be allowed to make those comments. Grow the fuck up. It's about time men be put to the standard and be put to the level of scrutiny that women have fucking always have to be under. Because a man will judge you immediately based off of how far or how little your ass and your titties are protruding. It will make a judgment and a whole assessment based off of your morality, your character, your you sleeping with men or not. They will make a whole judgment based off of your sexual characteristics.
So I'm sorry. What the fuck am I supposed to judge you off of? What am I really supposed to make my decisions on? I'm just meeting you for the first time. I got but a small window to determine if this is worth it or I'm just wasting yours and mine. What am I supposed to be looking at? I thought morals were the cornerstones to having anything solid. Am I supposed to be blindfolded? Am I not supposed to look at you? Am I not supposed to ask you pertinent questions about who you are as a human being? What are you talking about? And then you know what's even more pathetic about this post? She said that like it's a bad thing. And on top of that, that's how many things on a man's little ass list. Our list small as hell. Your list be from the top of this ceiling all the way down to the fucking first floor. But you got the nerve to try to make it seem like it's a bad thing to be concerned about if you are a lunatic or not. If you're a pathological liar. If your history with your family is good or not. Like, I don't know what. Thank you for this. Thank you for this video, though. I really am glad you opened your mouth. I appreciate that. Hold on. We almost through this. We got about 2 minutes.
Meanwhile, they get to sit here and walk around with a fucking pinky for a dick. And then got the nerve to be talking about who's fat and who's fit and whose chest is good and whose chest is not big and little and yada, yada, yada. Man, fuck you. I hope these women keep objectifying these men and keep telling these men straight, listen, no, I'm not interested. I see that you're an A and I see that print, it's nowhere near the bottom of the seam. Nothing is wrapping around. It's too low. And guess what? I'm not gonna increase my body count. I'm not gonna increase my body count and risk me not getting pleasure simply because you were nice to me. And your level of niceness is the bare minimum. You're supposed to pay for the date. You're supposed to open up the door. You're supposed to be a kind person. I'm not gonna sit here and take a body where I'm not gonna feel anything just to protect your ego. Dumbest shit I've ever heard. No, we're catching print all 2026, summer of 2026 and beyond. Catching print is going to be, we're going to be making catching print resumes and we're going to be sharing it amongst people. As a matter of fact, we're going to do a catching print app, just like how we did on the fucking T app. And we're going to be exchanging the print, the print to in-person experience to test your validity on what these men actually have down there. Men's response to catching.
You know what the T app turned into? T app turned into a dating site. Yeah, I went over there. You wanted to put your BDs and your exes on blast for shit. You wanted to. I guess you thought you were exposing them, trying to put them in a negative light. In reality, all you did was advertise that he's for sale or he's for auction. All you're doing is recycling, rinse, and repeat. Cause you like, oh, I ain't never fucked this nigga before. Oh, he's new. Oh, she said he got how many red flags? Oh shit. All right, well, I ain't never. That's all y'all grocery shopping. It's like Amazon. The T app is Amazon for toxic men and women. the shit. The irony is, what kind of exposure? It's not. It's not like it's stopping these niggas from cracking nothing. Because them same females that's putting them on blast and trying to humiliate them, guess what? There's 10, 15 other females in the inbox trying to set something up. My closing remarks on all of this. First, I want to say this. If you wasn't out here opening your legs to every fucking dude in the world, your fucking vagina would not be the size of Mount Kilimanjaro. If you had discipline, if you was controlling your erratic behavior and you decided that you were going to pick properly, not just crash out and go into things because it was exciting for the moment, your shit would not be like that. I should not be able to fit my fist in here. That is why y'all you want to talk about somebody not being able to expand or grow because they were just biologically born with a regular or irregular appendage. Cool. Explain to us why an average size penis does not do it for you. What's the real reason it doesn't? Cut the bullshit. You done sampled way too many of them. You're tarnished. Your shit ain't had a chance to reset. It's been destroyed. Destroyed.
How dare you?
That's why when something seems like it's not significant enough, it's because you done had every size that's known to man inside of you. You can't go backwards. Yeah, y'all don't want to have that conversation though. I'm convinced, based off of the evidence shown here in this video, that men seek something more valid within the other species than women do in men. I'm completely sold on it. Y'all let her be a representative. This is who your spokesperson is. Trying to shame somebody for wanting a woman with class and morals and principles, and they follow a hierarchy, a biblical structure. Trying to shame somebody for that is clown work. You getting on video with your hair like that and you dressed like that says a lot about you. The shallow dating, the superficial standards and requirements that we men and women are putting on each other is the reason why we are spiritually sick, emotionally sick. You can't get right. You don't know who is good for you and who's bad for you. You're too judgmental. You not patient. You have no type of nothing. You're just floating around trying to figure it out. That's crazy. This is why I enjoy having these conversations. In any case, to those who decide to watch this back, I want to know, What you think about this whole print thing? Catching print. I wouldn't even be surprised if it becomes a show. I'm certain it'll be on YouTube soon. I wonder who's going to do it first. Drewski, which one of y'all going to be the first to turn this into something? It's going to be a multi-million-dollar show. The only intentions that's going to come out of it is women want to feel like they're in power or in some type of control by bashing and shaming men for genetics that are out of their control. We can't control the size of our height or our penis and all that shit. We can't do nothing about that. But guess what? No matter what you try to do, don't matter what type of trend you come out with, it don't matter if this turns into the next popular balloon. You will never be able to take back all them dicks that you done had inside of you. You can never reshape and tighten up your wound after it's been obliterated and taken from infinity to beyond. Doesn't matter how many times you try to clown men. You're not going to make the dude feel bad. You're not going to shame him. He's not going to go cry in the car. Y'all looking at things differently than what we're looking at. You're and the sad part about it is, with the way that you thinking and you're projecting and promoting and advocating for it, instead of actually addressing how serious and dangerous it is, you're never going to have anything serious. Your relationships are going to all suffer, because basically what you telling me is, if all your relationship is going to be based on is the orgasm, fellas, listen to what she said throughout this show. I tried to be as specific in each area that she addressed. She's never going to be happy. She's never going to be satisfied with just you, unless you have a well-endowed part of you that allows her to just wild the fuck out. No matter how much money you got, none of that shit is going to mean nothing, because sex means just as much to us as it do them. The difference is, and this is the part that I didn't mention, ma'am, we don't care if you have a big butt, a small butt, big titties, none of that shit. As long as it gets moist, as long as you fuck me back and you know what to do with your body and you know how to mesh with me, we good. Dudes ain't really tripping if you are extremely experienced or not. You care more about it. You can learn with your partner. You don't want that. You want somebody who just automatically knows what they're doing. And most of the time, the people who know what they're doing are the ones that's doing everybody. That's all to it.
You didn't say that. Tell me you did not just say that.
Y'all swear up and down y'all know men so well. You just got us all figured out. And if that was true, you would be happier. If you really knew men the way that y'all confess you do, you will be happier. If you knew yourself as much as you thought you knew men, you would be happier. Y'all all confused. All of you. And I hate the fact that y'all getting on here, putting all this out here. Who's objectifying who? Who told you to go on OnlyFans? Who told you to start one? Who told you to show your ass off on every post on Instagram? Who told you to go out here in public with your ass out? Who told you to go to the Houston rodeo with your ass cheeks out? Who told you to go to Houston spring break and have orgies in a public setting? Who told you to go to Miami and go to all these different places and sleep with celebrities? Who told you as a wife to go on stage and kiss Chris Brown in front of your fucking husband? Yeah.
Cut it out.
I'm off of it. I appreciate y'all for pulling up this evening, man. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts in the comment section. Lord willing, I'm back tomorrow. I had to get that off my chest. Irritated the hell out of my soul. But y'all be easy, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. I see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing. Drive safe. And happy Friday, just in case we don't get to chop it up.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes, with these bitches.